Quite a few people have been asking about the working group at the Moodlemoot in Dublin, wondering what the structure is, what the commitment would be, and what they would be doing if they volunteer. So Michael de Raadt, the Research Director for Moodle HQ, is here to enlighten us. So Michael, what is the purpose of the working group at the Moodlemoot?
The main reason is to give end users who've got a strong interest in improving some part of Moodle, those users who would like to have some input into what Moodle will look like in the future, a chance to be involved even though they're not developers.
Okay, and how many people will be involved in the working group, and what would their roles be?
Ideally, there'll be about 10 people involved in each group, and enough to have a good conversation and still get some work done. One person would be a leader, and they'll start getting people involved before the Moodlemoot, and that person may also represent the group with little progress announcements and so on during the Moodlemoot, and they would hopefully also stick around at the end for the Hackfest that's going to happen at the end of the Moodlemoot, and that'll be when the working group's ideas can be attacked by developers.
How will the overall topic for the working group be decided? And how will the 4 90-minute sessions then be focused from that topic?
Well, for this Moodlemoot at the moment, it's open. It could be drawn from topics that appeared in, there was a US and an Australian Moodlemoot survey, and these were topics like navigation or the user interface, reports and analytics, or the lesson or database modules, those sorts of things. It could be drawn from one of the popular improvement issues on the Moodle tracker, or it could be from a topic on the Moodle roadmap. So I'm keen to hear ideas at the moment.
In one of those 90-minute sessions, what exactly is going to happen? What's the format, and will people be doing short presentations, or how will it work?
Okay. Seeing the sessions over the course of the day, I see a fair bit of group formation to start off with, people bringing their interests and ideas from various educational institutions or organizations together. There are a lot of solutions out there, a lot, possible topics already have solutions in existence. So bringing those to light would be the first step, or, the step after meeting each other, I guess. I imagine some of the solutions will come from people in the working group. They're already using them in practice. And then next, sort of discussing combinations, options, priorities, and those sorts of things. I hope the group can come up with a number of questions or options that they can post or propose to the rest of the participants of the Moodlemoot over the later days of the Moodlemoot. And it would be nice at the end to see the start of a specification. This is what developers would use later on. If there's time, the group could even start creating issues and organizing them into the Moodle tracker.
So how can you be sure the session's going to stay on topic and just doesn't go off on a tangent? And who is responsible for ensuring that the train stays on the track, so to speak?
Yeah, well, it's the group leader will hopefully have a chance to guide people along. They'll be forming the group before they gather at the Moodlemoot, and hopefully continue that during. There will also be someone there from Moodle HQ, and also a developer who can be consulted when there's a reality check needed, or if there's some sort of piece of information that people don't know and they would like to know. So hopefully that'll be enough to keep it focused for the day.
Who's going to document the requirements gathered into a functional detailed specification or requirements?
Well, the group will start writing specifications during the working group, but they don't need to be technical to start off with. The technicalities can be explored during the Hackfest at the end of the Moodlemoot or later. The working group themselves can consider things like the change in terms of why it's needed, how things should work, what benefits will come out of that change, and the possible usage scenarios. And that would give developers the ability to design, to code, and to write tests for that as they implement it later.
So what happens to this change wish list? Is it presented at the Hackfest? Who presents it?
Yeah, the ideas raised at the working group will have a chance to be aired during the later days of the Moodlemoot. That will give others a chance to comment, to give their opinions, and even to invest their time into working on it if they wish. At the end of the Moodlemoot, there's going to be this Hackfest that I mentioned, which is a gathering of people, most of whom are developers. The working group leader will be invited to that, and others from the working group would be also welcome to attend, but you probably wouldn't have the whole working group at the Hackfest. That wouldn't be necessary. The working groups will become one of the essential tasks we're envisaging of this Moodlemoot and other Moodlemoots around the world, and also into the future. So yeah, that sort of mandate, when it builds up, will give the the developers and everyone involved a strong sort of push to get this sort of work through. So I think it's going to be a great chance for everyone involved.
In a nutshell, then, what does Moodle HQ hope to gain from this initiative?
Well, Moodle is an open source project. I think sometimes people lose sight of that. But what that means is that many people from many different roles have an opportunity to contribute, and we want to make sure that users have a chance to drive the Moodle project forward. We're also discovering that a lot of work can get done when you sit a bunch of really enthusiastic Moodlers together in a room together. Hopefully we'll see some amazing things coming out of the working groups, and hopefully that'll continue on into future instances as well.
Thanks, Michael, for sharing the vision of the working groups and where they fit into the Moodle development and improvement cycle.
All right, you're most welcome. Thanks, Gavin.